Welcome back to our channel. We hope to hear your comments and suggestions to develop everything better. Wish you have comfortable moments listening to stories. Never did I envision that an ordinary suitcase could unravel my world until I uncovered that its treasures belonged to someone else entirely. My name is Ethan Carter, a 34-year-old UX designer residing in the vibrant city of Seattle, Washington, where I craft digital experiences for an innovative tech startup. My wife, Rachel Sullivan, 32, is the creative director at a renowned advertising agency nestled in the vibrant heart of downtown. In our elegant Capitol Hill apartment, we've crafted a life where creativity lingers in the air, reminiscent of the warmth of freshly brewed coffee. 8 years ago, our journeys intertwined at a design conference in Portland. Her confidence, sharp mind, and radiant smile drew me in from the very first moment. After 3 years of deep connection, we exchanged vows, and our artistic circle embraced us as their inspiring duo. Isn't it a beautifully crafted tale? That was precisely my conviction, until the world shifted around me. Recently, Nora has taken on a new essence. She has been embarking on these frequent journeys, speaking of important meetings with clients regarding her latest creative endeavors. I caught her stealing glances at her phone, a gentle smile gracing her lips, or looking away when I attempted to meet her gaze. I brushed it aside as merely the weight of my responsibilities. After all, her ambitions have always guided her path. Yet, there lingered a subtle discomfort within me, an insistent feeling that I couldn't shake off. It started with a gentle spark. A missed dinner date here, a late night at work there. Then the sensation deepened, like a gentle disturbance altering a harmonious melody. Before we embark on this heartfelt journey, I would be delighted to know where you are joining from. Feel free to share your location in the comments below. Should you feel an irresistible pull towards this story, remember to subscribe and keep connected. Trust me, what comes next will captivate your senses and hold your attention completely. It was one of those quintessential Seattle evenings, drenched in rain and wrapped in a soft gray embrace, with the city alive beneath a shrouded sky. In the solitude of my home office, I immersed myself in the delicate art of refining a design prototype, the glow of my monitor illuminating the shadows around me. In our intimate space, Nora was getting ready for her journey to Los Angeles, set to begin at dawn. The soft, melodic hum of an unfamiliar song danced through the air, wrapping around me like a gentle embrace. Typically, I would tease her about her singing, but that night, I found myself still at my desk, lost in thought. Something held me back. Perhaps it was a deep-seated instinct. Perhaps it is fate. Whatever it was on the brink of reshaping my entire being. I finished my tasks earlier than expected and glided toward our bedroom, hoping to lend a hand. The gentle cadence of water cascading against the tiles enveloped the space as Nora indulged in her shower. Her suitcase rested on our bed, its contents a delicate arrangement of clothes, each piece folded with the care that only she possesses. The soft silk scarf draped gracefully over the edge of the black leather case, its delicate azure shade offering a captivating contrast. A warm smile spread across my face, recalling her charming habit of overlooking little necessities like a handkerchief or phone charger. I wanted to weave in a gentle gesture, a quiet expression of my affection. As I gently lifted the top layer of perfectly pressed shirts, the smooth fabric glided beneath my fingertips, and something intriguing caught my eye. Hidden beneath the surface was a hint of deep crimson lace. My movements paused, unfolding with deliberate grace. I drew forth the item, my breath catching as its full essence revealed itself. A delicate piece of clothing, unfamiliar to me, caught my eye. A wave of unease settled in. I found myself hoping it was intended as a delightful surprise, Maybe something extraordinary arranged just for us. Then my eyes were drawn to a delicate package nestled quietly at the side. With quivering fingers, I extended my hand toward it. A delicate package of protection. Fresh, unmistakable. The bedroom appeared to sway for a fleeting moment. My heart raced within me, overpowering the gentle sound of the shower's flow. I remained still, clutching these damning objects, my mind swirling in a tempest of emotions. Nora felt a sense of freedom in her choices. Throughout our years together, we had never found the need for them. And that delicate lingerie? It was never intended for me to see, especially not like this. The truth revealed itself with an undeniable intensity. As she prepared for her journey to LA, she carefully selected these items, each one meant for another's delight. The water came to a gentle stillness. A wave of apprehension washed over me, yet I summoned the strength to push it aside. With a sense of urgency, I tucked the lingerie and condoms back into their secret spot, gently layering the shirts above them as if to shield their presence. Even with my trembling hands, I held onto my composure. Nora stepped out, a towel draped around her, with glistening droplets of water adorning her shoulders. She cast a fleeting look in my direction, her smile illuminating the moment, a reminder of what it once held for me. I held back the wave of unease and found a way to reflect her gaze. "Try not to linger in the distance for too long," I said, my voice steady yet filled with an unspoken longing. "I have a delightful surprise waiting for you when you come back." She nodded with a gentle grace and turned to care for her damp hair. I stepped out of the room, my poise unwavering. Yet within, a tempest of emotions was stirring. Engaging in confrontation was not what I had envisioned at first. I knew I needed answers before confronting her. Whatever truth was hidden, I was determined to uncover it and face reality. Travel companion. The dawn unfolded with an intensity that took one's breath away. Rest slipped away from me throughout the night, my mind entwined in a dance of haunting revelations. The scarlet lingerie and untouched condoms linger in my thoughts, like an enigma waiting to be unraveled. Nora awoke gently before the dawn, her actions soft and intentional as she moved through our shared space. I lay still in bed, my eyes half open, observing the morning light as it danced and created gentle patterns across the ceiling. The rain from the night before had faded, leaving a lingering dampness that enveloped the surroundings, infusing the air with a rich, earthy essence. The soft sound of her suitcase being zipped resonated gently through the living room. Each metallic closure echoes softly, a prelude to the deep connection that awaits us. Reluctantly leaving the bed's warm embrace, I slipped into my worn gray hoodie, seeking solace from the morning's cool touch. Nora lingered at the entrance, her coat draping softly around her shoulders. Her ebony hair flowed back with graceful perfection. She radiated a refined assurance, poised for her journey in Los Angeles, enveloped in an essence of someone entering a realm I was not destined to behold. I approached the kitchen counter, holding onto a coffee mug for a sense of grounding. Her gaze met mine for a fleeting moment, hinting at a depth of emotion that was difficult to decipher. A lingering sense of unease, or perhaps a touch of regret. I held a calm demeanor, allowing the comforting warmth of the coffee to ground me in the present moment. "Shall I take you for a ride?" I extended the invitation, my voice light and easy, while a flutter of excitement danced within me, eager for her reply. She gently shook her head, a subtle movement as she adjusted the strap of her bag. "I've arranged for an Uber to come and take me away. Let your morning unfold in peace." Her smile seemed to falter, lacking the warmth that usually sparkled in her eyes. I responded with a subtle nod, savoring another deliberate sip. "Wishing you a wonderful journey ahead." Remember the delightful surprise awaiting you upon your return. Her lips curled gently as she whispered her gratitude before slipping away. The gentle click of the door resonated in the stillness, echoing her presence. I stood still, gazing at the void she had left behind, my coffee slowly losing its warmth. That moment solidified my determination. Lingering in uncertainty was not a choice. Setting down the untouched drink, I glided toward our bedroom, my heart racing with anticipation. Even in the absence of her belongings, her presence remained, the delicate trace of her perfume softly enveloping the space. I scanned the room with a keen eye, seeking out the subtle nuances, the hidden imperfections in her meticulously crafted exterior. My gaze was drawn to her nightstand, where the slightly ajar drawer appeared to invite me nearer. I glided across the room with graceful steps and gently pulled the drawer open. The contents were beautifully dispersed, each piece whispering its own story. A partially used lip balm, a ballpoint pen resting nearby, and receipts casually scattered around, each telling a story of moments shared. Then my gaze fell upon it, hidden beneath a crumpled post-it note. A hotel key card, pristine and white, adorned with an intriguing emblem. My hand instinctively reached for it, the cool surface sending a shiver through my fingertips. Flipping it over brought no new revelations. Unadorned, it carries an allure with its magnetic stripe and a delicate imperfection in one corner. A flutter of unease stirred within me. What was the reason for parting with this? A trace of a past journey, or perhaps a promise of what is yet to come? I tucked it away, my mind swirling with a cascade of unsettling possibilities. The unexpected buzz of my phone on the bed stirred me from my thoughts. I eagerly grasped it, my heart fluttering at the thought of a message from Nora regarding something she had left behind. Instead, I came across a notification regarding our shared credit card application. A recent exchange has been noted. $200 spent at a charming boutique in Belltown just yesterday. As I scrolled through the history, a familiar charge from the previous week caught my eye, stirring a sense of recognition within me. I hadn't realized there were any fresh pieces from that store. Belltown held a charm that was different from her usual shopping haunts. She often found herself drawn to the charming, intimate shops nestled close to Pike Place Market. My finger lingered above the screen for a heartbeat before gently pressing the store's link. The website took its time to load, yet the treasures within made my heart flutter. Intimate apparel, luxurious, enticing creations, just as I had found nestled within her belongings. The bedroom enveloped me, its walls drawing in closer, creating an intimate yet stifling atmosphere. As I sank onto the bed, the keycard nestled against my leg, a subtle reminder of the moment's intimacy. She had acquired that deep crimson ensemble just yesterday, only hours before she began to pack. It's not unexpected for what we share. This decision was made with careful consideration. This was intentional, deliberate. The contraceptives were thoughtfully chosen as well. They were intentionally selected for the one who longed for her in Los Angeles. My hands clenched tightly as the urge to reach out to her enveloped me, yearning for answers that felt essential. Yet I held back. Approaching her at this moment would unveil my understanding too soon. She would craft excuses, spin tales, leaving me with nothing but the emptiness of her words. As I stood up, I moved about with a restless energy, my silhouette gliding gracefully over the floor. She would not slip away so effortlessly. I would take my time, paying close attention and exploring deeper. The keycard and transactions were enticing avenues to explore. I took my laptop from the study and settled at the kitchen table, the Seattle skyline appearing gray and foreboding through the window. I explored the boutique's name in connection with hotels in Los Angeles. Nothing definitive has come to light, Yet my journey is far from over. I would reveal her sanctuary, her confidant. And once I collected enough proof, she would find herself with no place to retreat. The coffee sat untouched on the counter, its warmth fading away as I lost myself in my thoughts. I settled back in my chair, the enigmatic keycard resting in one hand, my phone held gently in the other. Nora likely believed she had the upper hand, soaring to LA with her hidden intentions tucked away. Yet, her hidden truths were starting to reveal themselves under my gaze. She'd come back to this apartment, hoping to encounter the familiar Caleb, the one who embraced her tales with unwavering belief. She was blissfully unaware of the surprises that lay in store for her upon her return. The reception was far from inviting. Not forgiveness, a feeling that stirs deeper within, evoking a sense of unease. Something that would catch her by surprise. The apartment seemed hauntingly empty in her absence, even though she had only left less than a day ago. I lingered at the kitchen table, the laptop screen illuminating my face with a soft, artificial light. The hotel keycard rested beside my computer, its worn corner glimmering softly in the light. Even after countless hours of exploration, weighing the charm of boutique finds against the allure of Los Angeles hotels, the picture still felt unfinished. The coffee I brewed earlier lingered, a delicate film settling gently on its surface. The gentle buzz of my phone pulled me from my deep focus, a soft reminder of the world beyond. I looked down, feeling a flutter of anticipation for yet another credit card notification. A message appeared from an unknown number. "Caleb, this is Richard Lawson reaching out to you. The Rhino Room beckons tonight at 9. Intense, I am aware of Nora. Richard Lawson." A wave of tension coursed through my stomach. The leader of Nora's agency. A man in his 40s, elegantly attired in luxurious cashmere, exuded an effortless charm that captivated those around him. Our journeys intertwined at different company gatherings. His handshake exuded confidence, while his smile held a hint of intention. This unexpected connection felt intriguing. And his enigmatic mention of Nora? My fingers curled around the phone with a gentle intensity. The moment felt too perfect to be mere chance. Not after the revelations that have unfolded before me. I offered a concise reply, looking forward to our meeting. I slipped the keycard into my pocket and draped my jacket over my shoulders. The streets of Seattle shimmered softly after the rain, inviting me to step outside and embrace the moment. The Rhino Room, tucked away in Pioneer Square, embraced me with its inviting dim lighting, rustic.
Square. Embrace me with its inviting dim lighting, rustic.
Brick walls, and the gentle caress of soft jazz melodies. I stepped in right at 9, taking in the atmosphere and the people around me. Reed settled into a cozy corner table, a glass of bourbon cradled in his hand. He beckoned me closer, his gaze holding a depth that was hard to decipher. The leather seat whispered softly as I nestled into place across from him. He set aside the formalities. "You look quite unwell, Caleb," he said, swirling his drink with a contemplative air. I shrugged lightly, my hands resting in my pockets, the keycard pressing gently against my thigh, a subtle reminder of what lay ahead. The day has felt endless. What insights do you have about Nora? Reed leaned in closer, his elbows gently placed on the weathered table. His gaze, deep and searching, lingered on mine with an intensity that felt almost electric. I've been captivated by her movements for quite a while now. She is not the person you think she is. He reached inside his coat, retrieving a small USB drive, and slid it gently across the wooden surface, the movement lingering in the air. Even as my heartbeat raced, I held back the desire to reach for it right away. "What lies within that space?" I inquired softly, my voice barely above a whisper. A playful smile danced on his lips, hinting at a deeper, more mysterious allure beneath the surface. Proof. Digital communication. Whispers exchanged in the digital realm. Captivating imagery. She has been weaving her creative spirit with Adam Sullivan since the warmth of summer. He is a contract photographer who has captured the essence of several projects for us. Yet, this transcends a mere encounter. They are subtly redirecting client funds through deceptive billing documents. The utterance of that name enveloped me in a wave of profound intensity. Adam Sullivan. I had come to know his portfolio well. Those captivating images filled with deep shadows and striking contrasts that Nora endlessly admired at social events. I let it go in that moment. Now the pieces fell into place with an unsettling precision. I lifted the USB, turning it over, savoring the smoothness of its surface against my skin. A shiver coursed through my body, my muscles tightening without my consent. What inspires you to share this? I leaned in closer, studying the nuances of his expression. He leaned back, relishing his bourbon with a leisurely grace. Think of it as nurturing the essence of professionalism. Nora's becoming increasingly reckless, putting our reputation at risk. I desire her absence, but in a subtle manner. That is the moment you discover your true worth. I tilt my head, a flutter of uncertainty stirring inside me. What lies beneath the surface? Reed's smile deepened, full of understanding. I will gather all the compelling details that will lead to her unraveling. What is your purpose? Kindly share this information with Helix Media in Los Angeles, our main competitor. Allow them to unveil the intrigue. I hold on to my secrets as you find your path to justice. He paused deliberately, letting his suggestion hang in the air. Reflect on the truth, Caleb. She has been subtly guiding your emotions all along. The soft murmur of the bar faded into the background as I absorbed his presence. Expressions. I held the USB drive in my hand, my mind swirling with emotions. This went beyond mere betrayal. It was a carefully crafted illusion, a deliberate chase for power and riches. While I lingered in the shadows, unaware of the game being played, visions of Nora stepping into LA danced in my thoughts, her luggage gliding beside her, while Jasper stood there, eagerly anticipating her presence. My fingers curled tightly around the drive. With a heartfelt conviction, I expressed my desire to be a part of it. Reed offered a subtle nod, savoring the last sip of his drink. Wonderful. Take a moment to explore the files. In time, all will be revealed to you. I left the bar in silence, the USB drive nestled in my pocket, a heavy secret that pulsed with unspoken intensity. The journey home unfolded in a soft blur, as city lights melted into gentle streaks against the enveloping night. As I stepped into my apartment, a thrill coursed through me, and I eagerly connected the drive to my laptop, my heart racing with anticipation. The screen glowed softly, unveiling a collection of folders. As I opened the first one, I found a series of messages exchanged between Nora and Jasper. What started as innocent conversation gradually blossomed into playful flirtation, eventually deepening into something more personal. Their letters unfolded a narrative of intimate meetings, secretive locations, and careful exchanges of support. The next folder held a collection of surveillance photographs, soft and grainy images that revealed their shared moments, from leisurely car rides to tender gestures. The final folder brought an overwhelming sense of finality. Intricate spreadsheets capturing the essence of significant agency, playful.
Playful.
Distractions, each adorned with Nora's unique initials. I sank into my chair, feeling as though the very fabric of my reality had shifted beneath me. This revelation went beyond simple betrayal. It revealed a delicately crafted illusion. My wife wasn't just disloyal. She was an intricate enigma, a skilled artist of allure cloaked in the guise of someone I believed I knew intimately. I retrieved the keycard, gently placing it beside the computer, contemplating the depth of its significance. This was more than just a simple travel keepsake. It was an essential element of her intricate plan, a hint I had almost missed. Reed had gifted me with powerful insights, and I was ready to embrace them. Yet, I would embrace the art of patience. I would welcome her back, aware of the facade she wore, before gently unraveling the delicate tapestry she had woven, reflecting the chaos she had brought into my life. The USB drive lingered on my desk, exuding an allure filled with its intoxicating secrets. As Nora played her part in the vibrant tapestry of Los Angeles, oblivious to the storm I was brewing in Seattle, I found myself in the shadows of my apartment, the soft glow of the city seeping through the window slats, casting a gentle light on my thoughts. Reed's proposition lingered in my mind, stirring a deep sense of connection. Presenting the evidence to Helix Media would orchestrate her unraveling with precision, allowing me to remain comfortably removed. Yet, I found myself unprepared for such a rapid conclusion. I desired for her to feel the growing tension first, to face the emotional struggle she had put me through. I began to weave my intentions with a gentle touch. The next morning, I crafted a secret message for Helix, including thoughtfully chosen pieces of evidence from the drive. A single revealing spreadsheet adorned with Nora's signature, paired with an enigmatic caution. Take a moment to reflect on your recent campaign expenditures. More details will be shared soon. I observed the message fade away into the vastness of cyberspace. Helix would delve into the matter, yet their journey would require patience. This window opened up a path for me to intensify the moment. I gently navigated through my phone contacts, my heart fluttering as I came across Theo, a cherished friend from university, now weaving words for a local creative platform. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the support I had offered him in the past. I reached out to him with a message. I have some intriguing insights. Adam Sullivan has been weaving intricate schemes to deceive his clients. Deserves a closer look. Theo's reply came without hesitation. Captivating. I'll take the first step. Within hours, an enigmatic post appeared on his blog, gently probing Jasper's professional integrity. No explicit allegations were presented. Subtle hints that ignite curiosity within Seattle's intimate creative circle. A soft smile graced my lips as I envisioned the moment Jasper's confident demeanor faltered, watching his client list slowly diminish. Yet my vision remained tantalizingly unfinished. I opened my laptop once more, gently guiding myself through the agency's internal audit system. Nora had entrusted me with her credentials months ago, in those blissful days when our hearts were open and secrets were absent. Her moment of neglect in updating the password turned out to be unexpectedly beneficial. I carefully delved into the details until I revealed a collection of expense reports associated with Jasper's photo shoots. I sent these along to the audit department, wrapped in a veil of anonymity, accompanied by a straightforward note. Delve deeply into the matter. As the hours flowed by, I found myself intricately crafting a tapestry of outcomes. I approached a familiar barista at Jasper's favorite coffee haven on Capitol Hill, subtly alluding to whispers surrounding his dubious habits. In a city like Seattle, such murmurs travel swiftly through the air. As the evening unfolded, I felt the subtle echoes of my choices beginning to resonate within me. Nora would return tomorrow, unwittingly walking into the delicate traps that had been set for her. I crafted a meal, lovingly preparing her cherished burger, its enticing aroma enveloping our kitchen. This seemingly considerate gesture concealed deeper shadows, desires. I sit in solitude, each flavorless morsel accompanied by reflections on my next carefully considered step. She made her entrance the next evening, gently guiding her suitcase along with her. I lingered on the couch, cradling a beer, allowing myself to be drawn into the soft glow of the television. Her appearance revealed a weariness, her once tidy ponytail now a gentle cascade of strands. "Hello," I suggested softly, my gaze lifting for a moment. "What was your experience in LA like?" She slipped off her shoes, leaving her luggage gently by the entrance. "Exhausting. Delighted to be back in this cherished space." She glided to the refrigerator, drawing out a bottle of water, her movements revealing a subtle tension beneath the surface. I watched intently, seeking glimpses of understanding. Had Helix's investigation unfolded more swiftly than expected? As I rose slowly, I maintained a relaxed tone in my voice. "Significant gatherings?" She nodded softly, savoring each sip. "Only work for clients. Just an ordinary moment." Her phone screen glowed softly with a notification, and she reached for it with a quickened pulse, slipping it away with a sense of urgency. I set aside my thoughts, gently taking her saved burger from the oven. "This is created just for you. I sensed you might be in need of something to satisfy your cravings." Her smile appeared to carry a weight, lacking its usual warmth. "Thank you, Caleb. Your essence is truly remarkable." She nestled into her seat at the table, her food untouched, her gaze drifting to her phone with an air of longing. In that moment, I felt it wash over me. Her fingers danced lightly against the table, creating a rhythm filled with unspoken emotions I had never seen before. I leaned gently against the counter, savoring each slow sip of my beer, letting the stillness envelop me. "Is everything okay with you?" I inquired with a deliberate air of ease. She lingered for a moment, savoring the taste, then gently shook her head as if to let go of the thought. Feeling utterly drained. A journey that stretches on, filled with anticipation and reflection. I acknowledged her with a subtle nod, yet my eyes remained locked on her, captivated by her presence. She was slowly losing herself, each strand slipping away, unaware that I held the power to guide her descent. In the days that followed, I deepened my approach. Helix responded with a deep yearning, seeking further affirmation. I unveiled another segment of the USB data, this time disclosing the intimate email exchanges between Nora and Jasper as they conspired over a fraudulent vendor payment. In the meantime, Theo's blog post stirred a wave of online conversations, casting Jasper's name into a shadow of discontent. A message from a mutual connection surfaced. What's the tale behind Jasper being cast aside? I played the part of the unaware, sidestepping the inquiry, all the while relishing the depth of the moment within. Nora felt the palpable tension in the air. She came back late one evening, her face pale, clutching her phone with a sense of urgency. She offered a fleeting glance, her words a soft murmur about a challenging day, before quietly slipping away to our bedroom. I lingered behind, letting the need for a charger be my reason for staying back. The laptop rested on the bed, its screen alive with a cascade of pressing emails. I caught a fleeting glimpse of it before she quickly shut it, titled Urgent Audit Review. Our gazes intertwined, hers brimming with a mix of concern and curiosity. "What is it that you desire?" she asked, her voice tinged with fragility. As I reached for my charger, I held up the cord with an air of feigned innocence. She relaxed just a bit, yet a lingering tension remained. Apologies slipped from her lips, soft and tender. Chaos reigns in the workplace. I slipped away quietly, my heart quickening with each step. The audit team was making progress. Helix danced in the air, Jasper was slowly breaking apart, and Nora felt herself starting to unravel. I held a gentle, consistent touch, a thoughtful remark in one moment, a gentle nudge in another. I reached out to one of her previous clients, expressing my worries regarding potential financial discrepancies. I watched her as she instinctively reached for her phone, a flicker of anticipation in her eyes, her fingertips worn and tender, her laughter a distant memory. One evening, she approached me in the kitchen, her voice soft and intimate. "Have you sensed anything unusual about work lately? What can I share about myself?" I tilted my head, pretending to be confused. "What sort of things are we talking about?" She hesitated, her gaze lingering on my face. "Let it go, it's not worth dwelling on." Yet her gaze remained, heavy with uncertainty and trepidation. I lingered on the couch that night, the key card nestled in my pocket, a gentle yet persistent reminder of the path I was meant to follow. She thought she could hide it all, playing me like a trusting fool while she and Jasper exchanged their secret smiles. Yet, their universe was unraveling. Helix had collected enough evidence to reveal the truth. The audit team was drawing near with an unwavering intensity. Jasper's reputation was fading away, slipping through his fingers like sand. I had carefully crafted this intricate design, every detail thoughtfully arranged, and soon she would discover herself ensnared. All that was left was to find the ideal moment to unveil it. The ambience in our home had become heavy, filled with unvoiced tensions that lingered in the air. Nora found little solace in sleep, her footsteps weaving a restless melody through the apartment until the first light of dawn. I kept my distance, watching her slow unraveling from a distance. Helix Media held all the essential documents, and the auditors hovered nearby, their presence charged with an intensity that hinted at vulnerability. Jasper's place in the creative community had faded entirely, his opportunities slipping away like the soft embrace of dawn's light. I had arranged every detail with care, and the climax was drawing near. But I craved one final, tender gesture, something deeply personal, to compel her to face the truth of her betrayal. I chose the location with intention. Pike Place Market, a bustling maze of vendors and coffee shops where we once shared moments together. Endless serene weekend mornings in the tender beginnings of our marriage. My morning message held a touch of mystery. "Let's rendezvous at the charming cafe by the fish vendors. Midday. A meaningful conversation is essential." Her response was succinct, a simple okay that spoke volumes in its quiet intensity. I arrived ahead of her, claiming a table outside, where the salty harbor breeze intertwined with the rich scent of coffee. The crowd moved gracefully around us, blissfully ignorant of the tension simmering just beneath the surface. I placed the USB drive gently on the table, its sleek, dark surface standing out against the warm, weathered wood, and I paused, anticipation hanging in the air. Nora arrived right on time, her coat embracing her as she stepped into the crisp embrace of the autumn air. She seemed weary, the depths of her gaze revealing unspoken burdens, her usually pristine demeanor hinting at the weight she carried. She settled into the chair across from me, her gaze drifting away from mine. "What is this all about, Caleb?" she inquired, her voice delicate and trembling. I lingered in silence for a moment. Then, with a measured grace, I gently pushed the USB toward her. Her hands trembled slightly, yet she remained still, not reaching for it. I leaned in, my arms gently placed on the table, holding her gaze with an intensity that spoke volumes. "Open it," I urged softly. "Experience it for yourself." She lingered for a heartbeat, her hand reaching for the drive with a touch of uncertainty. With a graceful motion, she retrieved a sleek tablet from her bag, her fingers trembling as she connected the device. As the screen glowed softly, I observed her expression, captivated by the anticipation as the files began to load. Her expression shifted as she reviewed the files, processing the weight of the truth in front of her. She moved gracefully through emails and financial records, her fingers dancing across the screen with purpose. Every intimate detail I shared with Helix and the auditors. The hue faded from her cheeks, rendering her as pale as the seabirds gliding gracefully overhead. She raised her eyes to connect with mine, her lips moving in a quiet dance, struggling to find the right words. "Whisper to me," I urged, my voice weaving through the vibrant chaos of the market. "How long did you believe this charade could endure?" She drew back, holding the tablet close as if it were a protective barrier. "Caleb, allow me to share my thoughts with you," she implored, her voice softening with intensity. I gently interrupted her, gliding a folded document across the table with a soft touch. A resignation letter I had delicately composed the night before, adorned with her forged signature. I expressed my intention to resign. By sunset, this information will find its way to the media and law enforcement. Her eyes sparkled with a mix of surprise and deep emotion. "You wouldn't dare," she murmured softly. Drawing nearer, I softened my tone. "Challenge me." She shifted her gaze between the letter and me, the weight of the moment enveloping us both. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears, yet I stood resolute, untouched by the moment. Her choices had guided us to this moment long ago. With trembling hands, she seized the paper, hurriedly tucking it and the tablet into her bag. "I deeply apologize." With tears glistening in her eyes, she rose suddenly, the chair scraping softly against the concrete beneath her. I remained silent. She moved through the throng, slipping away behind a barrier of onlookers, her fingers tightly wrapped around the USB. I lingered in my seat, savoring my coffee, its rich bitterness harmonizing beautifully with the atmosphere around me. The aftermath unfolded swiftly, leaving a profound impact. By Monday, Nora's resignation arrived at the agency, yet it could not avert the looming catastrophe. Helix Media unveiled the narrative to an industry publication, accompanied by compelling evidence and a thorough financial analysis. The audit team arrived, revealing layers beyond what I had shared. Nora's departure was swift, her name lingering in the air as a reminder of the delicate balance within the corporate world. Jasper encountered deeper turmoil, grappling with the weight of lawsuits from 2 clients over allegations of deceitful actions. His presence faded from every notable stage. That very week, I took the step of beginning divorce proceedings, enlisting the help of a discreet attorney. The paperwork led Nora to her mother's home in Tacoma, a sanctuary she had turned to in the wake of the unfolding scandal. I parted with the apartment, unable to endure the lingering echoes of its shadowed corridors. Boxes piled high, bound for Denver, a place far enough away to offer the allure of a fresh start. Nora reached out one final time, her voice quivering with emotion, yearning to explain her choices. I ended the call in the midst of her desperate words, decisively cutting off her number without a moment's doubt. She had lost all that was dear to her, her aspirations, her place in the world, and the connection we once shared. Jasper vanished into thin air, with murmurs hinting that he had sought solace behind a bar in a quaint, overlooked town. The whispers lingered in the air, but I found myself too weary to chase after the truth. In Denver, I carefully wove together the threads of my life anew, the majestic Rockies embracing my transformed outlook. The mountain air embraced a refreshing clarity, the stillness more soothing than unsettling. I embraced a role at an exciting startup, crafting applications free from the shadows of past misgivings. The old security badge lay hidden in a drawer, a keepsake I found difficult to part with, yet one I wished to leave behind. Nora had thought she could transcend the confines of reality, weaving a tapestry of illusion with Jasper by her side. Yet, Kingdoms woven from deceit are fated to crumble, and hers was always meant to meet its end in shadows. This chapter comes to a gentle close. Did the conclusion align with your hopes, or did it take you by surprise? We invite you to express your feelings in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, consider liking and subscribing for more enchanting tales to come. We appreciate your presence and look forward to sharing our next journey together.